If you've been dabbling or maybe even building on Zesty, you've seen that Zesty's in-browser experience has so many powerful functions for launching an app, a website, or any number of digital headless content solutions. Now get ready to have your mind blown because this, yes, all of this, is only the tip of the iceberg. You can dive deeper into Zesty's customizability by working on your projects locally. That's right, not in a browser. Today we'll explore just one of these options by taking a look at Zesty's plugin with Atom. You'll want to make sure that you have Zesty's packages installed into Atom. Wait, let's back up. You'll want to make sure that you have Atom installed by going to atom.io and downloading it directly to your computer. Once you open Atom, go to Preferences, click Install. Now search and install the Zesty packages, these two right here. The first is the plugin used to sync to your instances, and the second is a Parsley plugin for easy templating. The first step will be to create a file for your instance. I'll make one on my desktop and name it the same as my instance, Acme Services. You'll then want to open that file in Atom. Go to Packages in your menu bar, find Zesty, and click Initialize Project. This will then prompt you to add your instance's ZUID, which can be found by going to your account's dashboard, clicking the settings icon of your instance, and copying that hash ID under Instance ZUID. Paste that in, and you'll be prompted to log in using your Zesty login. These are the same credentials you use to log into Zesty on your browser. Let the plugin do its matrix magic, and voila! Your views, style sheets, and scripts are now ready for you to work on locally. Taking a look back at my desktop file, we can see that these files are in fact loaded onto my computer. So what we see here are the same files that we can work on in the code section of our browser. I'll go into the homepage view. My first step will be to identify the templating language by clicking down here and searching for Parsley. Now we can see the code becomes color-coded. I'll type Command S or Control S on a PC to save, and you can see the plugin prompts you when you've made a save. This is what Acme Services instance currently looks like, so let's make some edits locally. I'll go back to my homepage view and add an H3 right here with some text. Back in our preview link, I'll hit refresh, and there's the new text. Now, I can't really see that too well, so let's make a style edit. Back in Atom, I can use Atom's search function and search through my files for the class or element that I want to edit. In this case, I'll change the current color that is being used. We can refresh the preview link and see that the update has been made. Looking through my page, I can see that the rest of these H3 elements have also been changed, so I'm going to undo that edit by typing Command Z and save. I could go through and add that style to my current style sheet, or I can also create a new file, which I will also sync with my instance. I'll create a new .less file since that's what my instance is using, but of course you can create .css or .scss files if you'd prefer. I'll refresh my preview link, and perfect! It looks just like I want it to. Now when I refresh back in our editor section, we can see the new less file I've created. Creating new files in Atom can be done for both style sheets and scripts. To create new views, those still need to be built in the schema section back in the browser. This is because content models have more robust API functionalities in our databases, so these need to be created inside of Zesty. What happens if you create a new file under Views in Atom? I'll create a new test file and check it out in the editor section. We can see the new file is created as a snippet and not a view. This is still globally available and editable throughout my views. Another type of file we can create under views is endpoints. If I add an extension like .json, we can see in the editor section that the file is treated as a JSON endpoint. Now, of course, hard coding is always an option when building out views, but the Zesty plugin also lets you use Parsley for templating. Let's go back to my homepage where I added some text. Let's say I want that to be dynamic and not hard-coded. I have a global field back in my content that I want to add to the banner. It's just a matter of calling that content entry using Parsley and seeing the new dynamic content display. Now, Atom does not have the Parsley templating helper that you get in Zesty. So if you are still learning Parsley, I strongly suggest templating through our editor section until you are comfortable making Parsley calls without that helper. Down here in this footer bucket in Atom, we can click to expand and see some more helpful items. It gives you the preview link that will take you directly to your view or endpoint, your file, ZUID, and content model information. And you can also click to pull and sync your local file to the latest updates in your instance, as well as publish your edits, and some audit trail details that let you see your latest actions. Then we have a list of content models available with their corresponding details and links to their instant API. Below that is your instance information where you can take a look at some of its current settings and users who have access to the instance. And finally, the connector logs where you get a very detailed list of all the actions taken while you are connected to the plugin. Back in the menu bar under the Zesty package, there's also a few functions where you can sync your files, overwrite, or only pull a single file. And that wraps up the general overview of Zesty's plugin with Atom. I hope you found this helpful, and I'll catch you on the next video.